But first tonight, a new week, another escape from a Bexar County juvenile detention facility. Today, a teen escaped the Cyndi Krier Juvenile Correctional Treatment Center, but was caught a short time later.
This is the second juvenile to break free from a local facility in less than a week. Eyewitness News reporter Sharon Ko has more on what's being done to prevent another escape.
A razor wire fence lining the walls of the building here at the Cyndi Krier Juvenile Correctional Treatment Center did nothing to stop a 16-year-old inmate. Chief Probation Officer Lynn Wilkerson says this afternoon the juvenile was walking across campus with the group when he took off and climbed over the fence. Law enforcement launched a ground and air search. They found him hiding in the bushes about an hour and a half later. It's the fourth escape this year. One boy who broke out in May is still missing. Another teen who escaped from the substance abuse unit here last Tuesday is also still missing. Wilkerson says the public is not in danger. She says there will be immediate reinforcements to the areas where the juveniles escaped from. They also plan on bringing in a qualified consultant to evaluate further security changes. Sharon Ko, KENS 5, Eyewitness News.